Hello investors. SAREGAMA Q2 results are out for FY23 and actually I'm holding position in this stock. So I thought I should share a quick analysis with you for the Q2 results. So let's have a check. So the revenues have increased by 30% year on year. That is a good increase, and the other income has also increased, and the expenses, if we check the expenses, so everything is under control. Only the operational cost which looks a little higher. So it is actually, if we go into the notes, it is because of the contract manufacturing charges of the film. So they have recently produced some films, so whose revenue will come into picture in the later on years. So actually it is a good thing for us, because in future those revenues will add up and the expenses will be less. And if we go into the total expenses, it is 13850, and this is in lakhs, so 138 crores, and in the previous quarter of 30th September 2021 it was 104 crores. So this rise is basically because of the operational cost. But still, after this rise, if we go into the profit has increased by 36% year on year. So that is also a good number. And if we go into the margin details, so for margin we will exclude the operating other income. So if we go into the margin, so margin was 27% last time, so this has come to 26.5% this time. So there's nothing substantial change in the margin. And if we could have managed these costs, so probably the margin in the next quarter will be higher than this, because they have included the cost of the production of the films into this. So I think margins are stable and the profit has increased by a good number. If we look at the EPS has increased from 1.94 to 2.39. So if we take into if we take this EPS, so currently the stock is trading at the PE of 43 PE, and if we take this this EPS into numbers, so trailing 12 months PE would come to around 40 to 41. So this looks decent, and there is no substantial movement in the stock price. So one can start adding from here. This is not an investment advice. This is just for the knowledge sake I'm sharing. So let's check the revenues. Segment wise revenue, the most important one is music revenue. The music revenue has increased by a substantial amount, 24% increase in the revenue of the music. So actually this is the most important part of the business, so we don't need to look into much into the other details. The film revenue has also increased, but the profit from the films has reduced. So probably because they'll start producing the films actually later on in the year, so it cannot be done quarter on quarter. So we'll have a look at it on the March 2023 results. So, and segment results, if we go into segment results, the music one has increased in a good number, and the publication has always been in loss, but the losses have come down substantially, so that's good. Actually they are cutting down on losses. And the most important part is the segment assets. So as they had raised 700 crores QIP, which they will be deploying within 3 years actually. So the assets, music assets, have been increasing, so they are buying music labels. Recently we heard that they have done a contract with Arijit Singh, which is the most famous singer of Bollywood industry, so that is quite good. So segment assets have also increased. Publication assets have been same, so this is just a magazine they release every month, so that doesn't matter. And even they have produced the films, So but the actual revenue will start, the actual profits will start coming from the films later on, maybe after 6 months or 3 months. So we'll have to see into that. So the most important part is their music assets have been increasing. So actually they are utilizing their QIP. So the business which was stalled from past many years, because they have all the retro collection. So from past 15 years they were not adding up any music assets, but recently they have come up with QIP and the trend has changed. Now the people are starting listening to the music online, so they are getting regular revenues. So now they see that the piracy is under control now, because everybody has data and they like to listen the music on YouTube or Spotify. So it is a very big game changer for this stock. So and I think that these assets will keep on increasing for next 3 years at least, and these assets which they are going to add in next 3 years will give fruitful returns in the upcoming 10 to 15 years, because they are acquiring around 30% of whatever music is being launched in India. So that is a big positive, because 30% of the music market is under, and they have expertise, they have young talent to look what music the younger generation is liking. And the most important part is the retro music. The retro music from 1960 to 2000, they have a very big collection of the retro music, and this retro music is being used by, and it is one of a kind, because these are evergreen songs and these are going to be used in the films again and again and again in a different format, their lyrics, their everything. So they have to take the right from Saregama, and so this is an evergreen business which will keep on adding revenues. And the next assets which they are acquiring, 30% of the assets, they are going to be a booster for this company. Some entertainment companies are into movies, or some are into films or web series, but this is the only company which is into all the segments: the music, films, web series, TV serials. They have come on the OTT platforms now, so this is very good. And recently they have come with Saregama Karwa, and Karwa 2.0 will be Wi-Fi connected, and so they can launch the podcast, and ad revenue will be generated from that also. So that is very good. And large intellectual property of 142,000 songs, and they have 65 films and 1 web series, and they are concentrating on web series much more. And they have very good content of television. They have some very good South Indian serials which are in great demand, #1 trending, I think. So that will be in the detailed analysis if I do. And they have very strong relationships. They are on Spotify, they are on Ghana, they are on all the music apps. YouTube channel, you can go and check, and on YouTube channel also they have lots of subscribers, and YouTube content which they are generating, it is generating lots of views. The digital boom in India, which started with Jio, now everybody from young to old, everybody is using the phones, and data is the cheapest in India. So nobody would like to store music on their phones. Everybody wants to listen to it online, and the online content has grown so much that they get so much variety. So nobody wants to store the music on their phones anymore. And it is very difficult nowadays also to get music being downloaded, because piracy is under a lot of control. Okay, so now let's look at their strategy. Now the monetizing of existing IPs through licensing to every third party, like I told you, Ghana or Spotify or YouTube, or platforms, Sawan on Jio, Airtel, Wink. So they are going to license to every third party digital, and they are going to earn revenue from it. Like if you play their song once, so they'll get I think 10 paisa, or if even in the Instagram, if you use their reels, the music on their reels, and you have to pay, the Instagram has to pay to it. So that is a very big business, and you know how it is booming. And look at this Caravan, which was loss making. Everybody would have heard of Caravan. So it is a music player and Bluetooth connectivity. Now earlier it was kind of offline music. Now, as I told you, Caravan 2.0 will be of Wi-Fi connectivity, and there will be live podcasts being launched and people can share the content on it. And so it is basically they are transforming it into a platform, rather than a product. So that is going to be big positive if it turns out in good terms. So it is going to be very big. And new IPs they are adding. They are into all the languages, all the popular languages: Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Bhojpuri, Gujarati, Punjabi, Bengali. Every Bhojpuri recently they launched very big hits. So they are earning huge revenue. From South India also they are earning huge revenue. They are producing theatrical films and regional languages. So everything. And they are releasing films on OTT also. Lower cost production also they are doing. So that is big. And market leadership, we already know they have very big market leadership in the music segment. They are already launching 60 new films and 1200 to 1500 hours of TV serial content they are planning to launch. So this is big strategy. So this is it. I think this is a very good company and one of its kind listed on our exchanges. You won't get anything else. One is Tips. Tips is into Punjabi film business, and that too it is not into music licensing. Music licensing is the big thing, and we have to just if we take positions, we have to track this company how they are adding their song revenue. Let's see. As I told you, the video streaming partners, music and broadcasting partners, streaming partners, so they have gone into everything. They have gone into everything. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You cannot stop them now. And if they keep on adding good music assets, so it is going to be big thing for Saregama, and there is no peer listed on exchanges. So I think this is one of a kind business with kind of not monopoly we can say, but a big emerging player into the entertainment industry. So thank you very much. I hope you like this content. And disclaimer, I have already added position today also, and earlier also I was holding the position. This is only for the knowledge sake, this video. One should do their own analysis before investing. Thank you very much. Take care.